1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I should be live now. Welcome everybody to tonight's stream. I am Chance Jado here on Hero, doing another comic book stream. Oh, I know what you're thinking. These ain't comic books. These are plastic models. Well, yeah, because I was getting ready for another video and I need to get some particular units ready. But yeah, that's why those were there. What we are really here for is... here we go. Is this. And this. We're drawing more of the comic book today. Yeah. I will be upfront. I did forget to type out a synopsis of any kind, a layout, what have you. Yeah, but I'll have to go off memory again. Though I'm hoping over the weekend, starting tomorrow, I should have time to type one of those out. Cause yeah, last stream I realized I need to have one of those. It's like, just having it all in your head isn't enough. It definitely helps to have what you read just written out to help keep your thoughts straight. It's like, okay. Now I'm gonna grab the work pencil, then we can get started. Okay, here it is. Can't find my artist's glove at the moment, so I'll just have to do what I can. Oh, that almost dropped something that would have made a huge mess. Oh, and before we really get started, I remembered that I did not show the book I was gonna say that I said I was gonna show last stream. So that's shame on me for that. I will show it off right now. So here it is. The Webster's New World Dictionary Second College Edition. Classics Edition. Yeah, you may be wondering, what's this have to do with art or comics? Well, not to get too political, I will just say at bare minimum, we cannot trust the internet to keep the definition of words straight. So, I had this for quite some time, but I saw a newfound value in this when I was understanding just what's going on the internet these days, and this has helped me a lot. So, this old classic book. Look, so I'm hoping to find some more old dictionaries someday, but it's nowhere near the top of my priority. And to go along with it, I have my Webster's New Pocket Thesaurus. If you're writing comics and you don't want to use the same word, but you want to have the same meaning as the word you used before, then a thesaurus is just what you need. So, those were the books I meant to show off last week. Yeah, they are invaluable in writing comics, or writing dialogue in comics. Regardless, it's important. I highly recommend getting yourself one of those if you're gonna do comics. Oh, I'll show off this week's book of the week at the end of the stream, or in the middle of the stream. Hopefully I don't forget. I just got so enthralled. And good evening to Samuel Reyes. I'm glad to have you here. I just showed off last week's book that I was meant to show because I didn't show it during last stream. I'm hoping I won't make that same mistake again this stream. Right? So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so like I said at the start of the stream, I forgot to write out the synopsis, so once again I'm going off my head. So talking here. So I think what I'll do some, yeah, ruler, or T-square as the case may be. There we go. Oh, there. Okay. And there. And another one. There. Yeah, something else I just thought of. I'm not going to do it now because it'd take too much time, but what I can do is to prepare some 3D models in easy prose ahead of time so they could be ready on stream. Guess I could do that when I write up synopses, or whatever the plural of synopsis is. Could be a sheep situation where the plural of synopsis is also the singular. Okay. Just right now I'm trying. Actually, looking off the panel here, the seat ain't that high. I guess I'll just use this as a guide for where to draw her. The seat goes up to about here. Just a little higher. The seat goes down to just... Thank you very much. Synopsis. Word is almost exactly the same, but with one letter difference. Got it. Thanks for the help. Yeah, that's the sort of thing having your own dictionary helps with. Makes the book I showed off at the start all the more appropriate. Okay, so... Yes, the trash can there. Don't have to put too much just to show that there is indeed a trash can there. Plus it helps me figure out where the seat is. Okay, so something else I want to do is talk about the future of my gaming channels, specifically with my approach in FGO. I don't want to stop my FGO content, but at the same time I know that can't be the focus going forward. Yes, so what I'm gonna try to do more is just record it. Especially now that I have more hard drive space, or if I'm gonna do a private stream so I could use my YouTube channel as glorified storage for FGO. But yeah, I don't want to outright stop FGO, but I definitely have to really change the approach, especially since FGO is a gacha, and the channel's focus is mainly console gaming and hopefully tabletop gaming as well. So, yeah, so maybe I can churn out more FGO content after I have more success on the channel in the console gaming, PC gaming department. But for the time being, I feel like I have to really change my approach to how I do FGO content. Fate Samurai Remnant came out recently, so in regards to Fate content, I'm hoping I can do that for the channel. I know I discussed with Samuel Reyes here on stream in the chat that I could borrow his physical copy for the channel. So, I'll have to see about that. Something else I don't plan to do on in regards to FGO on my gaming channel is I am going to do roll streams where I roll on the gacha and share the excitement. Yeah, we just need it to arrive. I am in no rush though. I am patient when it comes to these sorts of things. Okay, that needs to come down a little bit more. But yeah, so we'll be doing more roll streams, especially for some of the servants I've really been wanting to go for. I'll be doing that. I may or may not stream the Halloween stuff starting tomorrow. Or if I do a stream, I'll just do one stream because I hope to roll or NP5 Circe and get that last copy because she's NP4, and it'd be nice just to get that one last copy. So, we'll see. I have not decided on that yet. So, yeah, so. But if not, I'll at least record a video of me MP5ing her. So, I'll have it all figured out by tomorrow. I know I can't drag my feet on it since, well, it's tomorrow. Okay, time to bring in the triangle. Oh, forgot I moved some of my models onto my art stuff for the video I recorded earlier. So for those of you who are wondering, wanted more specifics as to why I had some model kit sprues on the desk when I started the stream, that's because I recorded a video of me clipping off models from their sprues. I may edit it into a short. I may make it a full video. I haven't decided yet. Not decided on plenty of stuff, but I just wanted to at least have one video of me taking stuff off the sprues for that particular set. Because going forward, I want to do some stuff to them before I go full unscrewing, whatever the right way to phrase that is. Okay, I think I need to start drawing the girl in her seat now. Just represent where she's sitting. Okay, in story, we first saw her in this page here on this panel, but you could barely see her. And the first real good look we had of her was in these 4 panels here. But as far as, timeline-wise, this is where we get for the first time see her in the story, not counting the back of her head in the previous panel. So I wanted to devote a bigger panel to it. I may not be utilizing it to the best, but maybe once I have this scanned in, I can enlarge it some. We'll see. Which brings up another thing. I definitely need to figure out how to do digital art streams going forward, because I need to figure out my setup for that. Because I've since my last digital art stream, my setup's changed, and I need to figure out some new configurations and whatnot. But however that goes, I hope it won't take me too long to figure out. It's a little too long. Maybe that can at least be the hairline or something. Oh yeah, that'd be great. I'd appreciate your help with that later. Oh yeah. And one other important article of information. I am planning to do a face reveal. Dun dun dun. But I know what some of y'all are gonna say who have seen this channel from a long time ago. Haven't you already shown your face? Well, yes, but since the last time you saw my face on the channel, I had made a conscious effort not to show my face anymore. And I decided to, and I privated all my videos with my face in it since then as well. But if I want to succeed on this channel fast, I could succeed without my face, but that'd take time, and I no longer have the luxury of time. So if I want to, just get that YouTube success I'm hoping for in the near future, then I definitely have to put my face out there. Yeah. She's too low for that computer. I need to raise her up some. Yeah, we need to get my Huion display switched over, and I guess I need to uninstall Clip Studio off my other computer and install it on that one. I'm pretty sure that I could at least do on my own. It's the everything else I might need help with. But yeah, we'll have it all set up and I can do digital art streams again. Once again, the bugs try to crash the stream. Okay. Oh yeah, this is working much better. May still be off a little, but it's definitely much better. Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't take too much work to fix this digitally compared to how I had it before. Yeah, bugs in the cameras. Unfortunately, they do go together that well. Well, yeah, they think so. But regardless of what they think, their days are numbered. Winter's coming and they're gonna have to hole up somewhere. And those who are unfortunate enough to hold up in the house, well, hell. I'm gonna be getting myself a new fly swatter, maybe some fly paper, and those bugs, yeah. It's not gonna be pleasant for the ones that hole up in the house, or try to hole up in the house during winter. Let's bring that down there. Okay, let's there we go. Okay, so far so good. So I can erase this spot better. Okay, so plenty of stuff going Yeah. So, what I do know about where I'm at in the story of this comic book, we're flashing back. I probably explained some of it in the last stream, but we're flashing back to the real start of the story. And the girl who Masked Ranger saved is thinking about how she ended up in the situation she's in. And this is mainly told from her point of view, especially starting from this panel I'm drawing now. Yeah, she is a part of this archaeological expedition to investigate these ruins that seem to be for some kind of civilization that existed alongside of, if not before, the Aztecs and the Mayans. And they're trying to figure out what is up with how old this civilization is and how it escaped their notice until now. And as the story unfolds, we see we start to learn that some things are better left undisturbed. Okay. Let's lower this part a bit. Guess I'll get the rest of her body sorted out before I work on her face. There. Gotta try and keep a better eye on the time so I can so I'll know when to do the man, excuse me, I guess I need a drink. So I'll know. Oh, 1 second. Okay, I remember now. So I'll know when to show the book of the week. And that can be a topic. The book of the week. It's as in why I'm doing the book of the week. Oh yeah, that is definitely something I liked about Kamen Rider Build, switching topics here. We'll get back to the book in a second, but in Kamen Rider Build, the fact that they have a second comparable system, yeah, that is definitely it definitely adds to the series, and especially since it's a more scientifically inclined series, it makes sense that they tried to develop new rider technology. So, yeah, Kamen Rider Build is definitely a favorite amongst fans, and for good reason. It's definitely one of my favorites. For the Soto collection of candy toys, I have the complete range of Kamen Rider Build figures. I didn't get to make a video on all of them. Maybe I will someday. I know on this channel you'll see at least 2 videos on those toys in the collection from when I was starting to collect them. But yeah, it's one of my most prized collections, is my Kamen Rider Build figures. So, yeah. And if that is something... Oh yeah, that's an issue. That's actually a modern Kamen Rider issue, not just a Build issue. Although when it comes to the series where they have the mixing and matching forms, that's definitely exacerbated because it's mix and matching. You have potentially limitless combinations you can do. Unlike other seasons where they don't do the mix and match thing, and it's just one form per gimmick item. But yeah, that is something that Build and other modern series has going against it. But at least it doesn't do too much to affect the story. That, in my opinion, as you'll see as you keep watching. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Especially when you think about the man, I can't. Oh yeah, when you think about the main upgrade forms, because a lot of the extra forms in Rider series are what is known as what fans refer to as side grades, because they're not real upgrade forms. They're just what I like to say is stat distribution. Because like before that first main upgrade form, when they're just doing all the other forms, they just do stat distribution forms. Like they're fighting a fast enemy, then they use the faster form. They're fighting an enemy with greater physical strength, use the bulkier strength form. They're fighting a flying enemy, use the flying enemy form. Those forms really don't change the base forms. As far as their strength's comparability to the base form, it's really not much of a comparison. Those forms are just essentially glorified base forms, essentially, as far as their power level's concerned. But the main upgrade forms, there are at least, counting the base form, it's always somewhere in the ballpark of 4 forms. No, in Kamen Rider, man, I'm blanking. In Kamen Rider 01, there is the base form, the first upgrade form, which has an up, and then I'll just keep counting. And the first upgrade form, the third one, which is building off the previous upgrade form, which I guess could still be considered the same upgrade form, but anyway. Then there's the fourth one, which is that silver one. Then there's what is called the final form. So, having 2 to 3 forms tops definitely you're just essentially eliminating the middleman in a way, and just doing the upgrade forms with yours. And before I talk about the book, which I'll bring up after this next tangent, Kamen Rider 01, which I brought up, definitely is a good example of having different rider systems. It's like, that one is also scientifically inclined. So, yeah, and it makes sense when you watch that series why there are different rider systems in it. I think even you see at least 2 by the second episode. Yeah, that's not really a spoiler, especially if you see the previews, trailers, what have you. But yeah, that is a good series if you want to see different rider systems. Alright. Guess I'll just quickly try to get in some details here before I show off the book of the week. I actually didn't forget the book of the week. Actually, I'll show it now since we're just about to hit the 30-minute mark. Okay, a quick drink, then I'll pull it up. Okay. I have 3 books to choose from. I'll choose this one. I'll save the other. I know what order I'll go with the other 2, but this one I'll just go with now. Here you have The Flash Chronicles Volume 1. And this, every Flash story in exact chronological order. So, well, almost. It isn't the Golden Age Flash, but as far as the Flash that is in the public consciousness is concerned, that is this Flash. So, why this book? Well, because this reprints the original Flash Silver Age debut, which is the comic that most comic book historians will say is the comic book that kicked off the Silver Age of comics, which, as much as I really like the Golden Age of comics, yeah, I'm a huge fanboy of the Golden Age, I really like the Silver Age and appreciate the Silver Age because a lot of modern superheroes that we know and love had their major foundations from the Silver Age of comics. It's like Barry Allen here, his first appearance that kicked off the Silver Age, well, is from the Silver Age. It's like Barry Allen. Yeah, and I feel like the Silver Age Barry Allen up to right before the Flashpoint storyline Barry Allen is the best versions of Barry Allen. Yeah. Because I feel like they make him too much of woe is me, my mama died, I'm gonna mess up history to fix but before the Flashpoint, which kicked off New 52 and the stories after that. But before that, I felt like Barry Allen was definitely portrayed as a true hero the way true heroes should be portrayed. Oh yeah, he was a lot less. Let me screw up the timeline. The Flashpoint from 2011 is what really started that trend. But though the Silver Age Barry Allen was the one who started the multiverse and really made time traveling a thing with speedsters during the Silver Age, which is that iconic comic book which you can look up of him meeting the Golden Age Flash, but even during that, it wasn't to mess up history, and he didn't really mess up history when he did that back in the day. It was more just an avenue of telling good stories. Yeah, like with Spider-Man, modern writers really jacked up his character. Everything from his first appearance here right up to the end of the last issue of the Flash comic book that ended right before Flashpoint, I feel like is the best iteration of Barry Allen. And speaking of Spider-Man, the Silver Age of comics is where we got the Marvel Age of comics, because one could argue the Marvel Age is also in the Silver Age, which isn't wrong, but the Marvel Age is what we consider the real kicking off point for the Marvel Universe. Like, we had a version of it during the Golden Age, but the Silver Age is where they really turned it into an actual universe. And the Flash is a huge part of what made that happen, because the Flash eventually led to the Green Lantern reboot, and some revamping and just the Silver Age stories of the DC Comics, and eventually we got the Justice League out of it as well, which featured Barry Allen and Hal Jordan Green Lantern. And if not for the original iteration of the Justice League, not to be confused with the Justice Society, then the idea to create the Fantastic Four wouldn't have happened, and the Marvel Universe wouldn't have spun off the Fantastic Four. So, we really owe a lot to modern comics from this original Silver Age comic that we got. Barry Allen's reading Golden Age Flash. And there, the original origin of Barry Allen. Just the next page, we see him really discovering his powers. Yeah. And I know some people think the art looks dated, but I really like this, as they say, dated art. I feel like it has something special all on its own. It's like, I will admit, I've only read 2 stories from this. His first adventure was fighting against the slowest man on the planet. Even his speech is extremely slow. Yeah, I believe, yeah, you wouldn't think that'd be much of a fight. But, yeah, that's the fight. So, yeah, that is the Book of the Week. Yeah, I really like that. Like the art from those days. It's something special. And it's something that I really enjoyed. And I hope I can share more of my love of older comics as time goes on. But I think I've talked enough about the Book of the Week. It's time to get back to this. Okay. I'm trying to show that her sleeves are folded up on a little bit, as about to right here on her arm. Okay, so there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, now I'll try and get her face in. Adding in a smile. Little does she know that she won't have much reason to smile before her day is through, as we know from the previous pages. Try and make sure I get her hair down right. Yeah, I thought this, when I was playing with the 3D modeling program I use for reference, I saw this hairstyle with this braid that goes like this, and it is definitely And I really liked it. I thought it would look good on her. Oh yeah, you're welcome. I can just talk about old comics for a long time. Yeah, so I'll definitely have to remember to curb my enthusiasm a bit when I talk about them. Or at the very least, I can talk more generally about them without having to it specifically be about the book of the week. But yeah. Yeah. Keep there. Yeah, I'm really glad I didn't forget the... You know, that's not a bad idea. In fact, maybe that could be how I do my face reveal. Not set in stone, but it's an idea. You know what? I think I need some quick reference. Thankfully, this reference will be pretty easy. Hmm. Okay, I think I got it now. Yeah, do her hand here. Hmm. There. Yeah, she's using a laptop here, so I have to actually draw out the laptop details. Guess I'll just do like a word, well, there. Not for her, for someone off panel. Then I'll have the majority of the word balloons after that be what she's saying. I'm definitely more confident drawing girls these days than I have been in the past. I put a lot of practice in doing that, and I'm glad to see that it's showing, at least to me. like a mouse there. Doesn't create too much visual interest here, but I think it's enough to really make it feel not as dead spacey as I'm afraid it is, but yeah. But I think it does enough to pull the eye there, if only a little. Now for the next panel. Okay, what should the next panel be? Yeah, this sort of issue is why we need to have a synopsis written out. Okay, so they're talking in this first panel, more talking, and she comes up in the conversation, so someone says something to her, she responds, probably explaining a lot about their discoveries, which I'm going to assume helps flesh out what the audience knows about what they do there. Then I guess here, I can probably T-square. I can probably do a line here. Oh, yeah, right there should do. Where the people from that first panel will be in view, maybe this guy as well. Or over here. Cleaning artifacts. Now let's bring it more this way. Oh yeah, I have definitely seen the folly of small panels on normal paper. Working on normal paper most of my life, I've definitely learned that when you work on normal paper, you have to understand that drawing too small is not a good thing. And I guess I can talk a little bit about the paper. This is cardstock. I have a stack of this stuff, and that's what I've been drawing on, but I am actually hoping to move on to this, which is some manga paper for drawing on. And it's kind of picking up on camera where you can see some more guides here. It's all in non-photo blue, and I don't know how well you can see it on camera, but this paper is definitely, if not by much, taller than the cardstock I'm using. Is it wider though? Actually, it's thinner. It's taller but barely not as wide. But yeah, I think that's like professional-sized manga paper, if I'm not mistaken. And I hope to migrate to that once either A, my cardstock is used up, or B, this current issue is done. So, yeah. I've definitely learned how to work with smaller paper. Too small, but at least gives me a maybe it's not too small, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll take advantage of that extra line there. Alright, so I'd like to pick my audience's brains for a little bit. So, what do y'all think of me working on some of these pages off stream? It's like, I don't mind working on all the pages on stream, but I just want to know what the audience feels like before I decide yay or nay to that approach. Might make the project finish faster, maybe not, but regardless, it is okay. I'll definitely when I feel like it, do some work off stream too. But alright, that sounds like a good idea. Thank you for the input, Samuel Reyes. Yeah. But yeah. I may not always have time off stream, but I want to feel like on a slow day where I feel like I don't have a lot of work to do, I feel like I could put that time towards my comic book making. I should definitely put time towards that. Okay, gonna put this guy here. Yeah, this guy here. Okay. I don't know if I'll finish this panel here before the stream's over, but I at least want to finish the girl in the corner here. Or get her mostly done if I can't finish her. I think I'll go ahead and figure out the word balloon placement before I proceed. There. Just put one there. There. Okay. So this is actually no, make the arm go that way, like it's reaching towards the laptop over here. Get that there. I could shave off that part of the circle there. Yeah, no, you can't I'll mention this here because you can't tell from this from just the pencils alone, but she does look Latin American. And for those of you who know about actual Mexico, it is quite diverse ethnically speaking. And it's like the media likes to portray Mexico as just being like rife, like overflowing with people of darker skin, black hair, brown eyes, yada yada. Like what you typically think when you think of a stereotypical Hispanic home, but that's actually not an accurate description of Mexico. It actually is extremely ethnically diverse, and when you research its history, you can see why. It's for some reason that's more of a this side of the border thing to see people, Hispanic people, meet that description more. Although I'm not a good descriptor of that, seeing as how I don't look that way. But my younger brother looks that way, though. So it is in the blood, it just didn't manifest in me, but it manifested in my brother. Oh boy, it did. But yeah, so with this guy and these two, I'm definitely not planning to make him look, have that look, typical, stereotypical look to him. But this girl, I felt like it'd work better for her to have the look. And I'll extend the hair out here some. But yeah, researching for your comic books is definitely important. You may learn something that you wouldn't have learned just from watching and reading whatever media you watch or read. When you research for your own stories set in the real world, you may find that things aren't always what you thought they were, just from television and whatnot. And you'll find that bringing that level of realism to your story could be quite beneficial to your story. It's like, yeah, as real as the story about superheroes fighting lizard men can be, but yeah, being as realistic in a story while still adding in the fantastical elements is definitely not a bad thing. I feel like it adds more to the story than what otherwise would have been. It definitely creates a feeling of caring about your own story more than you would in other stories. Like, I care about my story, I want to know about the places I set my stories in. So I definitely try to do the, at minimum, level of effort it needs, and when I feel like even the minimum effort doesn't work, I'll put in the extra effort. And I'm always happy for it too, because learning is always good and I'm always happy to learn things. So it's never a wasted effort to learn more about the places you put your stories in. Even in made-up places, if you're basing your made-up place off of something else, doing your research still helps, because it still makes it feel like your made-up world is still believable. Yeah, just gonna get their outlines in here. Just erase some of those here because I feel like it's gonna mess with later steps on this one. Not so much this panel, but this panel, I feel like it needs the extra cleanup. You know what? That the nose isn't too high, but I think the mouth is a little too low. I'm gonna raise that mouth. Or I just raise it / make it thicker. Nah, I made it worse. That happens sometimes. You try to fix something and you end up making it worse than you were trying to do. Just want to finish this mouth before I call it here. Yep, that'll do. Okay, I'll try and leave this here on screen. Right, so I think that's where I'll call it for this stream. I'm happy I got to do this, and I got to at least 98-99 finish up this page. I think I'll finish this page up off stream, so I feel like I have more freedom with these smaller details. I typically use a mechanical pencil like this when I have to work smaller on a regular sized paper. So, there. So, I may or may not stream tomorrow. We'll see. If I do stream, it'll just be to get a feel for how to go about the regular recording of the upcoming event starting tomorrow. Yeah, you are welcome. I was happy to draw tonight, but yeah, so I'll be back doing more model kit building. I hope to get around to this someday soon after I'm done building all my Warhammer minis. More details in the Discord, so be sure to check that out. Thank you all for watching, and I will see y'all next time. Good night, everybody!